Oh, another question for you.
Well, I'm getting too many questions here.
Yeah, this is supposed to be about me.
I have my own festival. That's about me.
You never asked me though, have you?
No, I haven't. You're right. I'm going to have to. It'll be a author exchange program.
Another question for Jasper. Do you have any plans for a new series, or are you enjoying exploring ideas in one-offs?
I've kind of sort of semi-answered that. I like doing one-offs. I do like doing standalones. But the thing with standalones is you create this sort of world which is weird and fantastic and lovely and bizarre, and you think, oh, wouldn't it be great to set something else in that? So I do like doing standalones, but as I said, I'm trying to finish some series obligations. Yes.
Am I allowed to?
As long as it's not a sports question.
No, it's about one-offs.
Okay.
Are you ever going to do another early riser? Because I loved that.
Did you? Oh, thank you.
I did. It really resonated.
Oh, really?
And I would love to see a sequel. So, do you have any plans?
Yeah, Early Riser. Early Riser was, shall we say, it was a difficult birth.
Oh.
It was one of those books, and I don't know whether you've ever had that. Is there are sometimes some. I write by this thing that I call the narrative dare. Right, so I think up a narrative dare, and then you have to write your way through it. So it's, Jane Eyre gets kidnapped out of Jane Eyre, explain. Right, so, and you can't let yourself off the hook, that's the dare part of it. And the narrative dare for Early Riser was write a thriller set in a world in which humans have always hibernated, right, which is a good narrative dare. But the thing about narrative dares is you can't give up the book, you have to finish the book. And this took, like 3 or 4 times as long, and was an unpleasant experience, shall we say.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that's
it was.
A shame.
I know, it was a bit. I think at the time, if all your planets are in alignment when you're writing, and yours clearly are constantly in alignment, then writing is real easy, right? But as soon as one of those planets wobbles out of alignment, it's like anything. And this isn't just writers, it's life. I'm sure you guys here have situations where everything went right and your planets were in alignment, and they got out of alignment and it all went squiffy. And I had that, unfortunately. Several things came along and it kind of got out of alignment. And I only managed to actually finish the book when I started liking it again, because I despised this book for like 2.5 years. And then I started liking it again and liking the characters and the situations, and I managed to get it all done. So because it was a sort of difficult book to write, I'm sort of not eager to go there again. But there's so much I could do in that kind of world,
Can I ask another question? I'm taking shameless advantage of my position on my microphone.
Yeah.
What gender is the main character?
I don't know. What do you think?
I
decide.
assume male, because I think most writers, not always, not you, but most writers, main character is more or less the same gender as themselves, because we write what we know best.
Yeah.
So I went through the whole book thinking Wonky was male, and when I got to the end, I suddenly realised that there was nowhere in the book in which you'd stated what gender, and people started saying, well, Wonky was female. So obviously I went back and read the book again and thought, aha. Then I thought, oh, how clever he is. But did you do that deliberately? Did it come about? Or what gender is Wonky?
Well, I think what I enjoyed about it was there's actually, or the principle of the idea was that there could be 2 sort of love stories, if you like, because there's the Begita character, and whether this is romantic love or filial love, if you prefer, and what is stronger, and do you do things because you love them, romantically, or do you do them because you love someone because you love them, with no romantic involvement, like you would for, sort of sibling or something like that. So I was trying to tell, and I think there's always this thing within writing, is you're trying to tell several, because you wonderful people out there, we write a book, but it's only ours until someone else reads it, right? Because all of you will have a unique, you know, a similar reading experience, but your own reading will be unique to you alone, because we just put little squiggles on a page, but you make the pictures in your heads, right? So it's like 20 times better than telling, right? Where all the work's done for you, yeah. So I think one of the things I kind of like to do is try and tell maybe several different stories in the same book, or if you come back to a book, and there's lots of stuff in my books which I'm hoping that when you come back to it, if you read it age 16 perhaps, and then you read it age 24, and you get something different out of it. But the book hasn't changed, you have. So I think it's trying to get that kind of reader experience, and that you could read it one way, and then you could go back to it and you could read it another way. And then everything makes sense in a different way. And I think that's what I was trying to do with Wonky, it was Wonky, that's right. Charlie, actually.
Yeah.
But I have spoken to people, and they've said, "Oh no, I thought it was female all the way through," because they had a friend called Charlotte who was known as Charlie, and they instantly went for female, and then it made total sense as well. And even some who said they read it as non-binary, and they got it too. I can't really sort of say that it was a non-binary. I was really thinking it might male or female, but I think that was the reason. But there is, if you look very, very carefully, there is a backstory which would tell you exactly what gender they were.
I shall read it.
Yeah, but it's hidden quite deeply.
But I'm warning you, I'm not going to give up.
Okay.
And every time we appear on a panel, the question will be asked.
Okay. We can do that.
Something for you to look forward
Yeah,
to.
no, I will.
Where have we got to?